and welcome to Arkansas Style. I am your host, Nicole Neiman, and I am so thrilled to be back with you. Well, I did enjoy a wonderful vacation with my girls. I surely missed being here with you all and can't wait to jump into today's show. So let's dive right in and see what's coming up. We're falling into flavor with Brood and Barley's latest menu additions, discovering the new fall cocktails and entrees that will make your season deliciously unforgettable. Owner and chef Brian McFadden, along with Taylor Clark and Cody Grace, will join us later with all the details and perhaps a taste of what's to come. We'll also be covering Life Insurance Awareness Month with Ivan Hudson, owner and founder of the Ivan Hudson Agency, who will answer some common questions and provide insight on how to secure your family's future with the essentials of life insurance. And finally, we'll turn a spotlight on an important health initiative as we also observe National Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. Find out how you can get involved in the Arkansas Urology Foundation's 20th annual kickoff to men's health and why these free screenings are a must attend for men all across the state. Now, we have so much more in store for you today, but before we dive into it all, Kevin Shalin, author and owner of the Mighty Rib food blog, is back today to give us the lowdown on Table 28, the perfect spot for a romantic dinner, a fun night out with friends, or even a quick happy hour. Kevin, great to see you.
Good to be back.
Happy you're my first guest since I've been back. I've missed everybody.
It's good to see you.
So when I saw this pop up in my email, the very first picture you teased us with that you wanted to talk about were these meatballs. And I am so pleased to say this is the first thing I think I've tried.
Yeah.
And holy cow.
Yeah, the quail lollipops. They're the perfect appetizer, not only for the taste, but the presentation. And I've been going to Table 28 for years now. I love the restaurant. It's one of our few true upscale establishments. There's those quail lollipops we're talking about. And I just love how they're presented because, you know, you go to dinner with 2 other people or 4 people total, and you've got each can grab one on the stick there, and they're just this perfect little way to start a meal. And they've been on the menu, I think, since day one.
I mean, my friend and I, when we were eating them, we were trying to dissect how do you get that perfect crunch on the outside?
Deep fried.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's deep fried. And, you know, just to transition, because that picture just popped on, the thing that I love about Table 28 is, yes, it's upscale. Yes, it's a nice night out. But the menu is not pretentious. It's a very easy menu, that very familiar. You saw the meatloaf there, and when I tell people, I get a lot of questions. What should I order at Table 28? And a lot of times I'm like, get the meatloaf. It'll blow you away. You wouldn't think to order that at a place like Table 28. They've got greens. Look at those greens. Some of the best greens in the city you'll find there. They do a lot of just very easy dishes. But then also you can go to a special event dinner and you'll see like a small moose bouche bite like that. So they can do it all there. They have the happy hour as well. So anything you're looking for, you'll be able to find at Table 28.
Yeah, I agree, not pretentious, but it's a twist on some of the classics. Like those quail meatballs, like I wouldn't necessarily think, what's a quail meatball doing on this? But I mean, it was so delightful.
Yeah, and I think that's a really important thing to do in a market like Little Rock, is you've got to have dishes that people are somewhat familiar with, like a meatball, but can kind of push the envelope a little bit. Quail. So I think they find a really good happy medium with that. So it's really good.
Yeah. And the ambiance.
Yeah.
You know, we touch on this every once in a while. It is enchanting.
Yeah, it's in the I call it the basement, but you kind of go down a flight of steps in the Burgundy Hotel. And I've watched that restaurant come a long way. Back when I moved here, it was another restaurant. It transitioned to Table 28, and they've redesigned it a couple times through the years. And every time they make an update, you're just like, wow, this place can't get any better. They've got a great outside. It's inside, but it's kind of like underneath, almost like an atrium out in the hotel, where you can sit out there as well. They even got a small patio not a lot of people know about when the weather's nice like today, that you can take advantage of. And I ate there a lot during like the pandemic when I was looking for outdoor spaces. So yeah, this was the first time I'd eaten in Table 28 in about a year, but I've been eating there for the last several years, and every time I go there I'm like, my gosh, Chef Scott Rains is super talented, great guy, and he's truly one of the most talented chefs in this area.
Can we go through those pictures one more time, because it looked like there might have been a fillet on there as well.
Oh yeah, that picture of the fillet, that was a few years old, and I think about, a lot of people ask me, what's your best meal ever in Little Rock? And there was one night I went to some private dinner there. It was a chef's table type dinner, and he cooked that steak, that filet, and it blew me away. The whole dinner was phenomenal, and it truly was one of the best dinners that I've had in this city, and that's how talented he is. You see those Brussels sprouts right there. Their wine selection, one of the top wine selections you'll find. Look how that's beautifully presented.
Is that the meatloaf?
That's the meatloaf. Yeah, there's the meatloaf.
Okay.
And I'll also mention they have a wonderful staff, like really high end. You know, it's the type of place where you're like, I feel like drinking this tonight. Can you bring me out something? And they'll find the perfect thing to match with meatloaf or filet.
Perfect point too. That reminds me, because when I went there and with my friend, we sat at that long bar, and he said to me, the bartender is appropriately attentive. She was so pleasant, so timely, but not intrusive.
Boy, that's the key, right? And it's like that sweet spot that you're looking for. You want them to acknowledge you, but you don't want them to be overbearing. And that's the difference between good and great service. And that type of service that they have there is elite most times. So that doesn't surprise me. And I'm glad you mentioned that bar, because the bar is really cool. It's kind of sunk down there, and like I said, they've got a great happy hour. I forget the specifics. It might be like 4 to 6 Monday through Friday, but you can get, I think those quail lollipops are on their happy hour menu. You can get a deal on that, and drink deals, of course. So a lot of times people don't think about Table 28 as a happy hour place to enjoy happy hour, but it really is.
Yeah. People always get back to me and ask me to remind them exactly where it is. I know you said it was the Burgundy Hotel. Can you be more specific?
Yeah, the streets, it's kind of over there by Petite and Keat and West Little Rock. I forget the specific streets, but it is in the Burgundy Hotel. So if you ever need to know where that is, just Google that or Google Table 28. But it's right back, kind of tucked back in there. I forget the street names. They're small streets, but it's hidden back there, but it's in a good location where it's accessible to all of Little Rock.
Yeah, great parking too.
Yeah.
Well, great to see you.
Great to see you too.
So nice, thank you.
Yep.
As always, Kevin, we'll be back in a few weeks with more amazing places to eat at, visit, and enjoy. But until then, you can keep up with his daily adventures by following his Facebook at facebook.com/themightyrib or by visiting his blog, themightyrib.com. Now, after the break, Ivan Hudson, owner of the Ivan Hudson Agency, will join us to break down the essentials of life insurance. Stick around, you're watching Arkansas Style.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Welcome back to Arkansas Style. This September marks Life Insurance Awareness Month, and today we're exploring some of the most important aspects of life insurance to help you feel secure about your future. Joining us now is from the Ivan Hudson from the Ivan Hudson Agency to answer some common questions about life insurance, like how much you need and why it's essential. Ivan, great to have you back.
Thank you for having me.
You look very handsome.
Thank you. You look nice.
Truth be told, when you say life insurance, people fall asleep.
Absolutely. Thank God this is a short segment, because I can talk about it forever. But
I know, it's so critically important. First of all, let's start at the top. What exactly is it?
All right, so during the month of September, the industry recognizes Life Insurance Awareness Month. So I definitely want to just plug Life Happens. It's the nonprofit that created and coordinated this campaign, and it's really a time to be able to wrap our arms around this concept of life insurance and being responsible for yourselves and for your families. And so it really is a way to leave a legacy for your family, because whether you get life insurance or not, you're leaving a legacy for your family. So during this month of September, Life Insurance Awareness Month, we want to just be able to shout from the rooftops how important it is for you to get some life insurance.
And there's two different types, term and whole.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so
Listen,
did your
I'm
research.
an economics major,
Yes.
and I was once taught that whole life is almost a forced savings vehicle. It's like putting money in the bank, right?
For the right person, for the right person.
Yes.
But just basic term insurance, just like the name implies, it's only good for a certain term. So very common, we see a 20-year term policy. So someone that's 25 years old, they're locked in for 20 years, paying that same rate until they're 45. Whole life, just like the name implies, as long as you pay those premiums to the insurance company, that policy is essentially enforced your whole life, up until maybe 120 years old. So.
Right. Okay, so we've just described the different types of policies, term and whole. How much life insurance should we buy? Because there's always a dollar value that will pay out at the end should we die.
Absolutely. So no one wants to have more insurance than they have to, right? And so I would highly recommend that you sit down with a licensed insurance professional, and even an independent insurance professional will be able to give you more choices. And depending on their philosophies and how they approach life insurance, they may have some type of analysis for you to complete, but it's good to kind of factor any outstanding debt that you may have. Life insurance generally has been around for income replacement, and so some may have the philosophy that you might want to replace 5 to 10 years worth of your income. We want your family to be able to have some time to have a mourning period before they have to get back to work, to have to pay bills and things like that. If someone has children, do you want your children to go to a state institution or out of state or a community college? We want to set around some funds for a future education. And then if there's a outstanding mortgage balance, you don't want to leave someone, your estate or spouse, to have to figure out how to pay that mortgage. And so once you add up all of those figures, it's usually a pretty large number, and you can decide if you want to tackle that entire amount, or let's just see what the budget can afford at that time.
Yeah, you really do need a professional to help you understand what the financial liability and what you're actually trying to do at the end of your life for your loved ones. Another question, I see a lot of commercials oftentimes that talk about buying life insurance policy, and is the money ever specifically earmarked to pay your burial costs, for example, or do we just get a cash check and we get to spend it the way we want?
Yeah, so whenever you decide how much of that elephant you want to bite off, that's considered to be a face amount or a death benefit. And in the event of your untimely passing, that death benefit transfers to your beneficiary. Hopefully your beneficiary is a responsible individual and they will carry out your wishes. But if you want to do some more sophisticated estate planning, I would highly encourage you, get with an estate planner, estate attorney. They can draft some documents that can be, more pointed towards carrying out your exact wishes. But if those documents are not drafted, then those proceeds transfer to a beneficiary, usually tax-free. And so we just want to, hope that they carry out your wishes.
All right, so going back to the life insurance specifically, if we want to come and talk to you, what type of paperwork should we be prepared to bring to you?
Well, it's very, very no hassle. Whenever you want to discuss life insurance, you have to let us get off in your business a little bit. Yeah. We might ask your height and your weight. We'll ask about any known health conditions because we want to give the best representation to that insurance carrier that they're going to, be on the hook for a good risk. And so, what I mean by a good risk. They will they may require a paramed exam where you have to get stuck with the needle, maybe give a blood sample, a urine sample, and then they check a couple databases: the Medical Information Bureau, the Pharmaceutical Information Bureau, again, just to make sure what's represented in an application is accurate. So you don't have to bring a lot, just be ready to spend, maybe 15, 20 minutes or so going through family history, asking certain questions like that.
Yeah, turn it over to the actuaries, the numbers guys.
Absolutely.
Crunch it all down. Well, very, very helpful information. I appreciate you coming in as always.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right.
For more information on securing your future with life insurance, visit IvanHudsonAgency.com or simply text your questions to 501-441-4483. Now, after the break, we're taking a tasty tour of Brood and Barley's new fall menu. Discover their latest cocktails and entrees that are sure to make your taste buds sing. Stick around, you're watching Arkansas Style.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Welcome back to Arkansas Style. We're about to fall into flavor with Brood and Barley as they reveal their latest fall menu additions. We've got some fall-inspired cocktails and even a few entree options to choose from. So here to give us a rundown is, as always, we've got Cody Grace and Taylor Clark. Gentlemen, great to meet you. See you.
Good to see you. Yes, nice to
Okay.
be here.
I didn't get the memo on the printed shirt situation.
Yeah. It's kind of a thing we do every now and then. Yeah.
I'll bring you one next time.
That's okay. You brought the cocktail, so I forgive you. Well, great to have you on, and love what Brood and Barley is up to. Let's remind everybody about where the restaurant is, kind of your seating options, and some of the fall additions.
Yeah, absolutely. So Brood and Barley is a staple over in North Little Rock on Main Street. It's 411 Main Street, kind of in the middle of everything down there. We've got a lot of dining options. So we've got a big dining room floor in there, and then we've got outdoor dining in the front. We've got a big patio in the back. So we really got all kind of options to
And an 18-person bar.
and an 18-person bar. Yeah.
Yes, you
Lots of
do.
seating. It's a big one.
It's a big bar. Yeah.
You do. You have an amazing bar. And so you're going to be doing some fall cocktails.
We are.
What's the menu going to look like?
Yeah. So you want to talk about the fall cocktails a little bit?
Sure,
Go for it.
yeah. We work very hard on the fall cocktails. It's just jam-packed with fall flavors. Almost every single drink on there, maybe minus one. It's just very fall, very autumn forward, and I think it's going to be fantastic. I think the customers are going to like it. And we've got two great ones that we're going to show you here today.
Yeah, well, Cody, let me be the taste tester.
Absolutely,
That's the best one to be.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
This first one that we're going to make for you is called Make a Grown Man Cry.
Oh, wait, I don't want to do that.
It's just the lyric to cherry pie. This is going to be a cherry pie drink.
Okay.
So we did a toasted oat Rittenhouse whiskey. It kind of gives it that pie flavor, kind of a oaty pie flavor. And then we infused tart cherries into the Campari. Kind of makes it a little less bitter, a little more fruity, which Campari is very bitter, but we kind of like it to stay that way a little bit. We're also adding some of this almond liqueur.
Ooh, I love this.
Orgeat. It's very tasty. And all three of those are kind of pre-batched into here.
Ah, okay.
All the alcohol, we just batch into one bottle like that, because it'll stay fresh.
Good, I don't have to wait as long for my drink.
We also we brighten it up a little bit with some lemon juice, and then some brown sugar, cinnamon, vanilla syrup. And then we also add a few dashes of black walnut bitters, kind of, spices it up, gets a little bitterness going in there. It's fantastic. It's kind of a complex drink. It's not so much a sweet flavored cherry pie drink. It's more of a whiskey Campari type of lane. So it's a
I think it's going to make a grown man buzzed.
Just so
we
you
forgot to-
didn't get this guy open
Yeah,
before we
bitters
came
is
in.
such a
Bitter.
cool product. Really fun to experiment with that. Just a little bit goes a long way,
It
but it
does,
makes
yeah.
all the difference, doesn't
As
it?
you'll
It
see,
really
we
does.
just go 3 dashes right there, so that little
Yeah.
bit goes a long way.
Is there alcohol in bitters?
There is.
There is.
Most of the
okay.
time,
Most
Okay.
of the time, yeah.
All right,
There
got
are
it.
some without alcohol, but most of them are actually kind of strong in alcohol. Most of them are like 45% alcohol, so.
Wow. All right, so let's go over those ingredients one more time. You got
We've got a toasted oat Rittenhouse whiskey. We've got a cherry Campari. We've got the Orgeat, which is almond liqueur. A little bit of lemon juice, some brown sugar, cinnamon, vanilla syrup, and then a little bit of black walnut bitters.
okay. I
this
think I'm
guy
gonna
in.
love it. And again, like you said, sitting on your patio, I mean, is so charming. First of all, it's super comfortable, and it's great people watching.
It is. It's a
Great
great little
people
area
watching.
right there.
Yeah.
Especially when the weather's nice like today or the past couple of days.
Yeah.
It's a great little seating arrangement, not too loud.
All right. Well, while he's pouring this, you're gonna make a second drink for me. Yeah. What's that gonna be?
The second drink that we have is a fall, rendition of a Mai Tai.
Okay.
This is Taylor's drink, the one that I'm about to talk about. So
Okay.
this is the cherry pie right
right.
here.
All right, Taylor, you gotta get shaking and moving over
right,
there,
let's
would
get this
you?
one
I
going.
hate to rush you, but
Oh, absolutely.
needless
Got
to
it?
say, I'll be over here sipping away to
Yeah,
taste
you
your
got a
work.
good one right there.
Okay, let's try
A
it.
little bit of dessert.
Yes, the next cocktail we're going to be making is called For the Gram ... Cracker.
Oh, okay.
It is a graham cracker syrup that we make in-house, as well as a pumpkin syrup. And then we do a house blend of rums, 3 different rums. We've got a Plantaray dark rum right here, an OFTD, which is an overproof rum. This comes in around like 138 proof or something like that.
Okay,
That'll do the job.
that'll do it.
And then last but not least, Smith & Cross, probably my favorite rum. It's a Jamaican rum that's very funky, very discernible as soon as it's in any drink, you can tell.
Kind of hence the Mai Tai thing, all these
It's
different rums.
absolutely, this is basically
All right, so let's go back to this one for a second. You know what it kind of reminds me of? Minus this almond ingredient, if that was left out, it reminds me a little bit of a mulled spice wine. I mean,
Yes.
it has all those really warm, fuzzy fall flavors, but I love that you serve it chilled and it not too sweet.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to make it too sweet. I don't want that sweet of a cherry pie.
Ooh, I love that noise.
Perfect.
Nice little tiki glass.
Oh,
Take you back to
cute,
the
look at
beach. You were
that.
just at the beach, so
Yes, what a great idea. Oh, that's so cute. You guys don't miss a thing, do you? All right.
little mint to brighten it up.
Uh-huh.
Got
And
a
this is for the
dehydrated
gram.
lime.
So folks at home, get your phones ready because this is the kind of picture you want to take a picture of and put it on the Instagram and tag Brood and Barley, of course. Oh,
Even
look at
better.
little Teddy Graham bears on there.
There we go.
Okay. All right, that reminds
Oh,
me.
you should probably grab
All
that.
right. All right, delicious. Here we go. Ooh.
It'll get the job done. There's it's a little boozy.
Lord have mercy, I'm gonna be somebody after this drink. I'll be dancing on the tables. Amazing. Well, thank you so much
Yeah,
for
of
coming in.
course.
What
Thank
a
you for
treat.
having us.
Love
Thanks for
what you
having
guys
us.
do.
Yeah.
Really a lot of fun. You can check out their Facebook to see all their latest updates and menu options. And remember that it's first come, first serve. So if you're trying to get in to try all these fantastic additions, plan accordingly and get there early. I speak from experience. We'll be right back after this with a look into how Gwatney Chevrolet is working to be your one-stop destination for both car buying and service. Stick around, you're watching Arkansas Style.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
I am at Gwatney Chevrolet. I'm with Christian Gwatney, and this is like kind of a runway of cars that are all in here for service, and that's what we're talking about today,
Yes,
Christian.
it is.
Okay.
Welcome to our service runway. But yeah, so we're going to chat about bringing your car in for service. So one of the things that we like to do when you buy a car from us, the next month or two, you're going to get a text, an invitation to dinner for a new owner's clinic. So when you buy a car, it's a real overwhelming experience, and we like to invite you to dinner after and bring you in and explain to you things like OnStar and My Rewards, so you just understand the program and what exactly you got when you bought it. But next, we want you to understand what it's like to bring your car in for service. Everybody knows what it's like to bring your car into a service drive and talk to a service advisor. But what happens when you bring it back to this mysterious service drive? And so what do? Well, there's first, it's a multi-point vehicle inspection, and that gives us the opportunity to do things like one of my friends who just talks about, he brought his car in and he had squeaky brakes, and he thought, oh, I need a brake I need my brakes changed. No, you don't need your brakes changed. So it might squeak, but it's not done. So what he found out was he could probably go another 6 months. That multi-point vehicle inspection gives us the ability to look at your brake life.
So Christian, let me interrupt you just for 1 second, because that's a true testimonial to the kind of service that you provide. Because I will say, from a lady's point of view in particular, this is a very intimidating process, and we always feel like we don't understand it, or somebody's going to take advantage of us. But when we come to Gwatney Chevrolet, we are getting top-tier customer service, we're getting honest service, and we're getting the best level of expertise that we possibly can.
Right. So when you come here, say you get that multi-point vehicle inspection, we're going to look at it and triage it, and we're going to say, this is what you need to do immediately. This is what's going to happen in the next 6 months that you need to pay attention to, and here's what you need to think about in the long run. Now, maybe this is going to happen in the next year. Maybe this is something you need to address in the next 10,000 miles, 5,000 miles, 3,000 miles. But these are the things that we want you to be thinking about, possibly putting money aside for it so that you can address these issues as they come up. We don't want anyone to come into the service drive, walk away with an issue that's going to come explode for them and not know it's coming. So we try to make sure our customers don't feel pressured in the moment, but to know what's coming down the line. And also, when you come back, we're going to keep making sure that as those advanced issues come back up, they become intermediate issues and then become the current issue you have to address, that we've always kept it in the forefront of your mind so that you're not just suddenly going, oh God, I have a transmission problem. I had no idea. We've been talking to you. We've been trying to make sure you understood that this was going to be an issue when you got to this point.
Well, and that is the case.
Yeah.
I mean, with these cars, regular maintenance is the key to longevity.
Right.
What are some other services that you provide here at Gwatney?
So we really want people to be safe driving on tires that are not worn out. But if you buy new tires, you're obviously wondering, did I get the best deal? If you find a better deal somewhere, come back. Within 30 days of your tire purchase, we're going to match whatever tire deal you find.
Wow.
The other thing is, I know a lot of people are intimidated about bringing their car to a dealership for service. Go on our website and you're going to find all our service specials, and you're going to find service specials that are provided by General Motors, but also provided by us specifically as a dealership. We have a female service advisor. She's out right now, but she's amazing. And she's also helped the other men in our service lane learn how to really deal with all customers, all levels of fear about coming into a service lane. I don't just talk it, we walk it. So if you're intimidated by the service process, this is the place to come.
Yeah.
We try to make sure that you're comfortable from the beginning through the process all the way to the end. We want you to be a part of our family. So we try really hard to bring that family aspect all the way in. If you don't leave here and feel like we treated you like your family, please reach out, let me know.
So Christian, treating the customer like family is not just a tagline for you.
Not at all. If you come and you visit our service drive and you don't have a wonderful experience, if you don't feel like you got a low pressure, a very informative experience, please get on the website, look for my face, and email me. I will make sure that we figure out a way to address whatever shortcomings we left you with, because if nothing else, when you leave Gwatney Chevrolet as a customer, I want you to feel like you're part of my family, because truly, that is what we're striving for.
Yep, family business right here. Christian, thanks so much.
Thank you, Nicole.
So come check them out here at Gwatney Chevrolet. Now stick around. Chris Schnapp from the Arkansas Urology Foundation will join us next to talk about their 20th annual kickoff to men's health and how you can take advantage of free prostate screenings throughout the month of September. Don't go away. You're watching Arkansas Style.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Welcome back to Arkansas Style. Today we're focusing on an important health topic as we observe National Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. Joining us now is Chris Schnapp from the Arkansas Urology Foundation, here to talk about their 20th annual kickoff to men's health. He's here with all the details about their free prostate screening events happening all across the state, as well as how you can participate and why it's so important to do so. Chris, thanks for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me in.
Okay, well, I got to say, it may be a stereotype, but men don't love going to the doctor, and they definitely don't like talking about this subject. But it's so important. Why?
You know, Nicole, guys don't. Women are 8 times more likely to go to the doctor than a guy, which I think just goes to show that y'all are so much better when it comes to getting in a routine early on for annual exams and really not being like guys who are kind of known to grow up being tough and not really wanting to spend time going to get things checked out. Maybe kind of just letting things heal on their own. But this is all about prevention, intervention, and treatment, and it's really Arkansas Urology's commitment as far as preventative prostate cancer screenings during the month of September.
All right, and so you're doing this kickoff to men's health.
Yeah.
What's involved?
So kickoff, kind of like the football season kickoff, it's every September. This is our 20th annual, and I think that's just a commitment to our doctors doing this for 20 years in a row. We are providing free prostate cancer screenings all across the state, which will start this week in Bentonville. Next week will be in El Dorado, North Little Rock, and then Little Rock. All the events are from 4 to 7 p.m., but it's really just our foundation's way of giving back and really encouraging guys who maybe can't afford a screening and or the normal hours of 8 to 5 inside of a doctor's clinic aren't conducive to that. They can come in after work and get a free screening.
Wow. Okay, so folks at home, listen up, because you're really making it super accessible.
Yeah.
Remind everybody one more time where those screenings
Yeah,
are
so
happening.
we'll be in Bentonville on the 12th, El Dorado on the 16th, North Little Rock on the 19th, and Little Rock on the 26th, 4 to 7 p.m. And along with free prostate cancer screenings, like you can see there on your screen, guys can also, patients at each location will have a drawing for a free 65-inch TV, 2 at each event.
Okay, got to tease them to get them in
Yeah,
there.
you know.
All right, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. All right, what's involved?
You know, so this
in the
is
screening?
So this is it's a screening that our urologists do, and what they recommend, it's PSA, which is a blood test kind of for your PSA levels, along with the DRE, which is a digital rectal exam. This is just a quick 3 to 5 second test that really allows the urologist to kind of feel around your prostate. Some things can only be detected with blood. Some things can only be detected by that DRE. And so this is just kind of a combination of the two to make sure that guys are getting both done, and hopefully anything that might not be detected is being detected in one of those two.
What ages do you recommend?
Yeah, that's a great question. So for guys with family history, the new recommended guideline is 45. For a lot of minorities, it's 45 because prostate cancer is more prevalent in guys who are African American or Hispanic. Other than that, it's 45 to start coming in every year. You know, it's crazy, but over 2,000 Arkansans will be diagnosed this year with prostate cancer, and over 300 of those will die.
Oh, yeah. I mean, cancer, you just don't want to mess around with it. Early detection is the key. Let's remind everybody one more time about where those screenings are at.
Kickoff to Men's Health. So it's Arkansas Urology all over the state. Those locations are on your screen. You know, my granddad always said growing up, it runs in our family. It wasn't if, but when he was going to be diagnosed. He was diagnosed at the age of 77, went on to live to be 99. Passed away 2 years ago. So it just goes to show that if it's caught early, you know, it's something that you can live with and be treated and be around for your family and friends and future football seasons for years and years to come.
Yeah. Well, super important information. Thanks for putting a positive spin on it.
Absolutely, yeah. Thanks for having us in.
Yeah,
It's
for sure.
like I said, I'm a big fan of the show. It's good to be sitting in front of the window.
I love hearing that, Chris. So much fun. Tell your friends and neighbors.
That's right. About the
Great.
screenings and the show.
Watching Arkansas Style. Great to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
For more information on the Arkansas Urology Foundation and their free men's health screenings, visit arkansasurology.com. Now stay with us. We've got more Arkansas Style coming your way right after this. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Welcome back to Arkansas Style. This September, National Preparedness Month comes after another year of extreme weather events and disasters. So we're sending it over to disaster preparedness instructor, certified broadcast meteorologist, and the founder of preparewithshare.com, Cheryl Nelson, to learn about some of her top resources for helping people prepare for emergencies.
September is the time of the year where we really have to start focusing on being ready for natural disasters. I've been busy training first responders all around the country. They're busy with hurricanes, tornadoes, flooding, wildfires, all different types of natural disasters. And it's not a matter of if, but when the next disaster will occur. So it's important to be prepared. There's some amazing new technology available, and batteries top the list. I love AMPACE technology. They recently unveiled the Andes 1500 portable power stations, which are rechargeable battery-powered devices powerful enough to run 99% of household appliances during a power outage. It provides electrical power when traditional power sources are not available during an outage or even on long trips. The Andes 1500 portable power station fully charges in just 55 minutes and lasts over 6,000 cycles. It's a lifesaver for emergencies and long-term use. Now, a great recommendation for homeowners: have insurance. Make sure it's the right insurance. Recoup Disaster Insurance is the first and only multi-peril disaster insurance that provides fast recovery cash after a natural disaster. Recoup is an easy and affordable insurance product that pays out a lump sum cash benefit up to $25,000 after a declared disaster. This includes hurricanes with storm surge, wildfires, tornadoes, earthquakes, gas explosions, winter storms, and even dust storms. Doesn't restrict how the cash is spent after a claim. Recoup Disaster Insurance provides options to choose. Something else that's important during a disaster and before a disaster is making sure you know how to stay connected. Have backup chargers ready, charge your phones well in advance, and also choose a wireless provider like T-Mobile. T-Mobile recommends using Wi-Fi calling when service is interrupted. Now, it's easy to do. With an Apple phone, just go to Settings, Phone, Wi-Fi calling. With an Android phone, go to Settings, More Connection Settings, Wi-Fi calling. T-Mobile is ready to respond to emergencies and disasters year-round. They even have a fleet of assets and trucks with Wi-Fi trailers and charging stations to better help those impacted by disasters. Finally, one more unique solution for disaster prep and power outages is the GE LED Plus battery backup bulb. This clever bulb provides 5 hours of light and automatically comes on when the power goes out. It fits standard lighting fixtures and provides the same brightness as traditional bulbs. Now, bonus, unscrew the bulb and yes, carry it around as a flashlight. Super cool, provides peace of mind, leaving you always one step ahead of the next power outage. Buy the GE LED Plus battery bulb at Amazon. Now, for more information about everything we talked about today, visit tipsontv.com.
Better safe than sorry when it comes to emergencies, especially natural disasters. So again, to learn more about anything and everything Cheryl just mentioned, visit www.tipsontv.com. Now, switching gears to the world of entertainment, KTLA's Andy Reesmeyer is giving us the scoop on the Venice Film Festival, including the standout movie that received an 11-minute standing ovation. Plus, he'll walk us through this year's Billboard Songs of the Summer list. Let's discover which tracks have been heating up the charts and which ones were surprisingly left off.
The Venice Film Festival continues, and here is the latest film to get the standing O treatment.
The trial of the century.
They believe Arthur Fleck to be some kind of martyr. Well, he's not. There's a monster.
When I first saw Joker, when I saw you,
the whole world smiles with you.
For once in my life, I didn't feel so alone anymore.
Stars of Joker, Folie à Deux hit the carpet. The sequel, of course, to Joker. Joaquin Phoenix is back. Lady Gaga joins as Harley Quinn. She's there wearing a Christian Dior haute couture gown and seemingly Harley-inspired hat. It is a Philip Tracy headpiece for those keeping score. The film got a standing ovation. As per usual, almost every movie gets one in Venice, and the metric then becomes, how long was it? This one, 11 minutes. Once again, leaving the stars to do, well, this. The second Joker film in theaters October 4th. Now to some turmoil in the entertainment world. Billboard has announced the songs of the summer, and contrary to maybe what many people thought, this song is not the song of the summer. That's right, they didn't pick Sabrina Carpenter, even though this has been her year. In addition to having the #1 album, 3 of her songs are currently sitting in the top 5 of Billboard's Hot 100. So fine, if they didn't pick her, then surely they would pick the guy who's had the #1 song in the country for 8 weeks in a row, right?
Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jay Dale's got a history. There's a party downtown near 5th Street. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy.
Shaboozey's Bar song has dominated the Billboard Hot 100, but it didn't make the cut for Song of the Summer. Instead, the honors went to this. I Had Some Help by Post Malone and Morgan Wallen was at the top of the list, but everybody can now finally calm down because yesterday Billboard released yet another chart of global songs of the summer, and there you go, Sabrina Carpenter does top that list. With your entertainment report here in Hollywood, I'm Andy Reesmeyer.
We'll be right back after this. You're watching Arkansas Style.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Thank you all so much for joining us today, and to all of our guests and sponsors who joined us in studio. Now, before we wrap things up, I want to remind you all about our toe tapping giveaway. Listen up, country music fans. Multi-platinum artist Thomas Rhett, one of country's most consistent and dynamic modern superstars, is back with his 7th studio album, About a Woman. This brand new album, filled with pure joy from start to finish, was designed to get fans moving, and so far it's been doing just that. And here's the exciting part. We're giving 5 lucky winners the chance to win a vinyl copy of this incredible new album. But that's not all. One grand prize winner will take home a brand new Audio-Technica turntable, perfect for spinning your favorite records in style. To enter, simply head over to KARK.com/Arkansas Style giveaway, or simply scan the QR code on your screen to go directly to the giveaway page. Remember, you must be 18 or older to enter, and don't forget we're picking 5 runners-up to win vinyl copies as well. So don't wait, enter now, and you could be adding this amazing album to your collection. Good luck. Now, for more Arkansas Style, you can always follow us on social media or visit our website for clips of the show that you may have missed or just want to rewatch for a second time. We will see you all again next time with love. Mwah.
Thank you for watching Arkansas Style with Nicole Neiman. Furniture provided by Hank's Fine Furniture.